Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite styles of anime. And I'm not going to be talking about, let's say, the animating style. I'm talking about, like, the anime cartoons, let's say. Examples like, okay, you know what, let's just get into it. I'm talking about how I got into anime, what animes I've watched, and if I've killed anyone. Wait, no, not the last one, not the last one. Okay, so, yes, I did watch anime. Doesn't make me That makes me a weeb, but that's not a bad thing because I don't obsessively watch it. I only watch some of it. I'll tell you how I got into it now. So how I got into it was when I stabbed Mars in the face because he stabbed the younger. Okay, I'm joking. Obviously, I didn't stab Mars in the face. I haven't even met him yet, but um I got into it because of the Pokemon trading card games. Pokemon trading card games was a huge thing when I was in, say, primary school in year 5 and 6. Friend Billy always used to play with them, and we used to bring them to school and play with them. But then teacher said you could only use them Fridays and with everyone. I got really angry because I like playing with them every day. It's to see what we always used to do. But that got me into playing the Pokemon games. The first one I played was Pokemon Fire Red, where I thought Alakazam could be everything. So my friend had an Alakazam, and like, ooh, I'll trade you this card, like my best card on my deck, 140 CP, or his like 100, 110 CP or whatever they used to call it in the card games, for my 140 Gyarados X. And he obviously accepted. He obviously wanted the stronger card, but I always thought I would win. But I always kept losing with my cards because I wanted to trade it. Because I only played the Gen 1 games, and I only picked the OP characters from the Gen 1 games. But then I started playing the other games, and I realized there's way better characters than in the, the Gen 1 games. And that's how I got into it. How I started watching was when I wanted to play Pokemon. I searched online for Pokemon, and I saw there was an anime for Pokemon, and I watched, binged the first gen, the second gen, the third gen, the fourth gen. The fifth gen came, and I gave up by the fifth gen because I started watching other anime. Another anime called Fullmetal Alchemist. There was a live action movie on Netflix, and I was scrolling through, and we found it, and that's how I basically got into entering anime. Not from Pokemon, no, because I thought Pokemon was the supreme, but because I found that another anime was good and even better than the Pokemon anime. So the 2003 version of Fullmetal Alchemist. I started watching right after I finished the first one. I started watching Brotherhood. Then I found another series, actually two other series. One called Fairy Tail, the other one called Seven Deadly Sins. And right after that, I found the anime called Dragon Ball Z, and that became a huge factor in my drawing style because I always drawing the Dragon Ball characters and the Fairy Tail characters, not really the Seven Deadly Sins characters because it's a good anime. It's like one of my top five, but like I don't like the character style. I don't know why, but yeah, that's basically how I got into it. But let's continue on and tell you the fairy tale of how I made friends basically. This is kind of sad story, but just because my friends watched anime, it was called One Punch Man, and I searched it up and it was only like 12 episodes long. And I found out there was so many animes which are like very short and like 12 episodes long. And right after that, I found a movie, an anime movie, and I was mind blown because this movie was the greatest thing I've seen in my life. I've loved it so much, and that movie was a Studio Ghibli anime. That anime was called Spirited Away. You guys probably know about it. Everyone should know about Spirited Away. It's godlike in the movie scene. I loved it so much that I searched for other Pokemon. Other Pokemon, no, not Pokemon movies. Come on, those are dead already. Just like Club Penguin. Sorry for making that joke. I know that the movies were really good, and I wanted to watch more and more. and more. Until I finished the whole section, not the Studio Ghibli. Okay, all the Pokemon movies are done. I just didn't want to watch it anymore. Spirited Away was too good for my brain, and then I watched My Neighbor Totoro, and that was okay. And yeah, after that, I started like being obsessive with anime. I found that it was anime games like Dragon Ball Legends and Dragon Ball Legends. That's literally the only video game about anime I've played, and this is why I got this. I didn't really like One Punch Man as much as everyone else was hyping towards. Like everyone was hyping towards season like 2 of One Punch Man, when I was just like, I liked this first season, and I was like, you know what, let's see continue to come. But everyone was so hyped that I pretended like I was hyped, so I still kept friends. Yes. They weren't even bad. They didn't even care if I liked it or not. They didn't even care if I liked Dragon Ball Z or say Fairy Tail or 77 more than it. But you know, I'm starting to watch another anime. This anime is called Noragami. It's really good, and you guys should watch it. And that's my story for today, and see you guys in the next episode of Dragon.